Welcome back everyone to another video. This is the Verb Snap. It is a flip phone from Consumer Cellular, and the headline of this video is that it gets the job done. Essentially, it's not a super smart device. It doesn't have apps, although it does run Android. It doesn't have the ability to really run the apps very well due to the memory and kind of like the processor. So I wouldn't recommend it, even though I was able to install a couple of apps here and there. I wasn't able to run them really well, so I'm not going to be showcasing that because it's not applicable. So I'm going to say no to apps. Your frequently asked questions are here. So, if you have any extra questions, make sure to put them in the comments below. But the phone is pretty basic. You have your recent calls, messages, contacts, alarm, media center, which includes music, sound recorder, and video. You can load your songs and you'll have the ability to, kind of go in there. You have a sound recorder, which is, again, very basic, and it does get the job done. And you have video, which, you can record. I will include a sample of the camera in here. I think I took a picture. Yep, there it is. So you will see that picture. It's not the most amazing in my opinion, but if you are in a pinch and you have to send some information, I think it can get the job done. Maybe we'll do a drinking game today, getting the job done. You do have a calendar. Get your coffee or water or whatever you want to drink today, and probably I'll say it a couple of extra times because that's essentially what the phone does. It does get the job done in many of its ways, and it doesn't do anything extra than that. So you have kind of like a very basic calendar where you can put your reminders. You have notifications, camera, settings, file manager, and tools like a calculator, stopwatch, timer, and world clock. It does not bring a browser, although you can load it. But again, I tried it and the experience was just not great. It crashed and it didn't handle the memory very well, so I wouldn't recommend it. As far as the hardware of the device, you have USB-C, you have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and you have the volume rockers right there. Of course, the camera is out there and it has an outer screen that will showcase numbers, but that's about it. Now, it does have an extra button right here for favorites. So if you configure your favorites right there, you have favorites and you can call them pretty easily or faster. It does have 3 buttons, one for speaker, one for back, and one for the camera to access it quite easily. But this Consumer Cellular $69 device is essentially a no-frills device that you can just get for the sake of making phone calls, sending text messages. It does support group text messages since it's on Android, and it does have a T9 engine. Right here, I can showcase it to you. So it says hello, then you click I. It defaults to I, even though it's a G right there once you click. Then it predicts am not sure if you want to be with me. Oh man, that's so tough right there. So I'm not sure if you want to be with me. It predicted it, but of course you can also go for your predictions, your own things. It did not have kind of like a dictionary that I found, but if you spend a little bit more time with it, maybe it does allow you to add words. You can technically add specialized words, but I did not see the option for customizing them, so be careful when you add them. File manager does have the ability to have an SD card, and you can load your songs or different things. I tested a 64 gig card and it worked, so don't push it after that. I would think, especially since most of the apps didn't work and all of that other stuff. But it's quite a nice device. It's very simple. It does get the calls and text messages. Battery life, I would rate it about 3 days, maybe even 4 if you're using it very minimally, because it's not draining a lot of things. It's not having a lot of battery hog applications running on it. So the Verb Snap is definitely a contender. Call quality, it was good. I would say a 7, 7.5. It uses the AT&T network with Consumer Cellular. And again, it does get the job done. It does have an eSIM card, and that was definitely a innovation. So it does have an eSIM card like the Iris Flip, but it does also have a regular SIM card. I actually need to show you this because it was funny. While I was showing this and I was kind of unpacking the device, this part right here was blocked. It only had the SD card open. It had like a sticker right here and it said physical SIM not required. And it had a plastic that says do not remove, but you can safely remove it because it's just a SIM card right there. And if you prefer SIM cards and you're swapping them back and forth between different devices, you can just use the SIM card. Whereas the Iris Flip, this one actually does not have a SIM card that I was able to find. Probably it may have some physical thing, but it's very hidden. It's not easily accessible, but this one does have the accessibility. Again, if you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices that I have reviewed, you're welcome to put them in the comments below, and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for your support as always. I will see you in the next video.